Hey everyone, this is La Plata Peak, just bringing you another Stacking Philosophies video. It is Friday, the 26th of June, 2020, and silver's up about 20 cents on the week, so it's been a good week as far as that goes. But into another portion of my philosophy when it comes to stacking silver. And again, this is not a huge part of it, but this is, again, falls into that second type of cool for the most part. And this is actually going to be on poured silver. And just have a few examples of the poured pieces that I have and where it really falls into my philosophy. And as I kind of mentioned, it is more of the stuff that you just kind of like to have. But it is, on a small enough level where if you did need to use it for other purposes, it could serve in that role as well. Just depending on what the situation is. When people get into desperate scenarios, I mean, they basically sell what they can, not necessarily what they have. So if somebody else really liked any of these, and I was in a tough spot, then I may have to part with it, but not really looking forward to do that at this time. So just kind of go over the examples and maybe just on the qualities of poured silver as opposed to stuff that's struck in a mint somewhere. Generally speaking, and there's actually a lot of pretty good videos on YouTube where they're actually pouring silver, and it's a very interesting process, especially the whole refining process of it. I mean, just the amount of work that it takes to get an ounce of silver out of the ground is amazing to me. And the fact that anybody even figured it out in the first place, I'll still never understand that. I mean, I know human beings are smart and everything, but to actually learn the process of, just everything you have to do, from blowing up the ore to breaking it up to, extracting certain metals from another metals, and then even further extracting from there on out, and just all of the all the work that it takes with modern technology that it did. The fact that people were doing this 3, 4, 5,000 years ago is astounding to me. But it does speak to who we are as a race of people, and what we are able to do. But just kind of getting in here, some of the smaller pieces here I have, these were actually manufactured by MK Bars, whom I believe is out of the Los Angeles area in California. And he actually did this series, which he may still be doing, maybe even more than what it started out with. This was, I want to say, early 2019, maybe late 2018, when he started making these strikes, or these rounds, for people that had YouTube channels with regard to silver. Now, I never got one because I'm not nearly as big, nor do I put as much time and effort as these people put into their channels. But this one, I believe, is Canadian Silver Saver, or Canadian Silver Stacker. I actually don't remember, but she had one. Stacking Nerd, who does really good videos as far as really good deals of the day. If you are looking for deals on gold and silver, subscribe to the Stacking Nerd and she'll keep you updated. But she's got a little Nintendo kind of remote control thing on her. Silver Wolverine, who I believe is out of Michigan. He does videos pretty much daily, just kind of on the news of the day, and just kind of what kind of like what this is, what he's got in his stack, and why he likes what he likes. Losing Louie, big favorite of mine. Throws a lot of music into his videos as far as his stacking philosophies. And then Silver Fortune, who was really the first channel that I started watching when I got into just stacking silver. He doesn't do as many videos as he used to do, but if you go back and look, especially at some of his older stuff, he's got really good thoughts on just macroeconomics in general. And for being somebody that isn't really trained or schooled and educated in any kind of philosophy when it comes to economics, he knows a lot, probably a lot more than I ever will. But check out his channel if you're into just thoughts in general. One thing on Silver Fortune that I'll give him big props for, he was way out in front of the COVID-19 thing, really before anybody was. He started, I believe he's in the physical therapy realm, and either as a student or professionally. And he, December, not 2019, he was all over it, and basically for a little bit switched his channel for basically just coronavirus updates. And this was back in over Christmas and even before that, where nobody was talking about it. And he was kind of getting some, I think, some pushback from a lot of his subscribers who were like, dude, why are you talking about this? Nobody cares. And he basically proved everybody wrong. So check out Silver Fortune's channel if you want, or if you want to have that kind of content. It's a really good source of information, as is all of the channels that MK Bars does these rounds for, and they are on a limited basis. I want to say there's only 200 of these that were made per channel, and then once they were gone, they were gone. So not sure if that will mean anything in the future, but it's, if you're a collector of anything like that or just want to support their channels a little bit more, because I do believe they do get a kickback, for lack of a better term, on every round that's sold for their channels. So MK Bars, that's B-A-R-Z, MK B-I-Rs, and it might even be Bars and Bullion on the website. Just Google it if you're looking for it. It'll come up pretty quickly, and there's a lot of good other silver that he's got. Will it'll be a little bit more of a premium, but you got to remember there's a lot more actual human labor that goes into making poured silver, which is why it does cost a little bit more. Some other YouTube channels, these are actually, I know MK Bars did do a channel for Silver Baggins, but these are actually made by Silver Baggins himself. This is the Freed Baggins Dragon, I think, that he made. He actually got he got banned from YouTube for like 90 days, and I don't even remember why. It was something stupid. I remember that. But he wasn't able to do like a live stream. I think it had something to do with his live streams. He was doing these weekly live streams with Yankee stacking, and he either said something or didn't mention that it was wasn't a lottery or wasn't gambling or some crazy stupid thing that YouTube does. But he got a strike against him for that. And then when he came back, when he basically made these freed Baggins. And he's actually, I should probably clarify that too, he was Silver Baggins. And then somebody sent him like a cease and desist. It might even been like somebody from Lord of the Rings or something like that, or one of the studios said they were like, he was infringing on their copyright or trademark for just using the word Baggins in his channel. And so he had to change his name to Silver Dragons, which I think he always kind of liked the dragon type silver and was a fan of dragons in general, so I think that's why he changed it. But at the time he was Silver Baggins, now he's Silver Dragons. Still got a great channel, a lot of good information on his he's got great philosophies as well, so check him out. And this was when he first started pouring. He actually went from kind of making videos like this to like the kind of silver that he had and that he liked, to actually pouring silver, and was doing it pretty regularly. He still may be, but I don't follow him as closely as I used to. But pretty much every day he was, somebody was sending him a bunch of silver, and he was heating it up and pouring it into molds, and stamping these bars, the numbers on the bars. I think he only made a certain number of them, like 120 or something. But I do like the size of these, like 2.5 ounce bars. They're pretty good. Just a nice size. 1 ounces are nice like this, but I'm kind of more partial to 2 to 3 ounce pieces of silver, which is what these are here. So again, a little bit more of a premium when you're buying this type of stuff, but again, you got to remember somebody actually put more work into this. So it was the work to take it out of the ground, and then more work to get into this shape and this form, which is why you're gonna obviously pay a little bit more. A company here in Arizona where I live is the Scottsdale Mint, and they make some nice stuff. This is their 5 ounce button. They also do stacker bars, which I don't have any. I used to have some, but I sold them to get some gold. But they, a lot of people like them because they kind of interlock and stack them up. But this is their 5 ounce button. Just kind of, a good, nice piece. And it's always got that lion. That's kind of their logo with the Scottsdale Mint. So you can find them. They're on, eBay pretty regularly. And for the same price, if you're paying with a credit card, you'll be able to pick up more of their products on their website. And that's just the scottsdalemint.com. This is more of like their Kit Kat bar. I think this is also 5 ounces. Yeah, but you'll always see that line there. And they do a lot of poured products as well. They've even got like a Tombstone type 5 and 10 ounce bar that I don't have, but it's been treated with some kind of, I don't know, rough and tumbling thing, which makes it all cool looking, and it comes in a little bag. Don't have one, but something that I've been looking to pick up. And then this here is probably my favorite piece of poured silver that I have. Again, this is from the Perth Mint, so you can see their Perth Mint signal there, and this is just like pirate treasure. Like when I think of like pirate treasure, this is the kind of stuff that I'm thinking of. It's, you know, just not sharp edges, just kind of rounded and, you know, just poured into a mold and just very, very simple. You know, not a lot of flair, not nearly as much flair as with these, but, you know, this, you know, I think I bought this when silver was down around, I don't know, $14 an ounce back in the summer of 2018, and, you know, really got hammered for a while there. And, you know, because there were a little bit more of a premiums on anything on the Perth Mint, you're going to see a premium on. Just buyer beware on that. But I had been looking at these for a while and just picked it up, and I'm glad I did. I don't think I'll ever sell this, just because I just like it. And it's so funny because it's just this plain little stupid loaf of silver almost, but I just love the way it looks, love the way it feels. So I'll try to hang on to that one as long as I can. But generally, that's basically my philosophy with poured silver. You know, another thing, it's, you don't have to worry about as much. You know, some people don't worry about with gloves at all with silver. It's when it's poured, you don't have to really worry about it, you know, tarnishing or anything like that. It is what it is. This, you know, along with these types of pieces here, are also antiqued, which you can kind of see it's, you know, been treated with another chemical. And I think even silver baggins, or silver dragons, I should say, actually went over the process of antiquing the silver, and it's really, you know, takes some time to do, but it does have that nice look on it, more of a finished look and finished products. And anytime you're buying antique silver, you can also get antique rounds on a lot of golden silver websites. I know goldenstatemint.com has some just rounds in general. Would be generic, but they are antiqued, and again, for that reason, you're going to pay a little bit more for them. So if you like the way it looks and you're willing to, you know, if you shell out a few more dollars for them, you have that option, but it doesn't necessarily make it worth, quote unquote, anything more or less. But just there's some examples and thoughts on poured silver. You know, if it's, again, something you're looking to just dollar cost average and get as many ounces as you can for your money, you know, something you may not be looking into. But if you just like to keep things fun and, you know, interesting, something you may want to take a look at. So, again, like always, appreciate all your feedback. Anybody that's watching this, wherever you are, I just want to say thank you. I hope everybody has a very good and safe weekend. We've got the 4th of July coming up, so everybody stay safe with whatever activities you either choose to do or not do with regard to that. And until next time, this is La Peak. You guys have a good one. Peace out.